Tudo bem? Welcome to lesson 7 now. Sim, sete, sete, dois, três, quatro, cinco, seis, sete. Later on, oito, nove, dez. Yeah, so lição sete, right? Building on our pronouns, eu, você, right? That structure. Wanted to look at the verb. Okay, getting a little more specific now in our learnings. Specific verbs and expanding things. I want to look at ser, which you would translate as to be. Also, we looked at estar last time, translated as to be, I am, you are, and so on. I'm at home, I'm doing well, thank you, I'm studying, I'm speaking, I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm this and that. And that was that whole little world. Now with ser, it's similar type of thing, but it works a little bit differently. So for example, I'm a student, sou estudante. That's very different than where you are or what your mood is or your current state, your current status. Estar is your state of being, what you're doing right now, where you are. That's your state. But ser is who you are. For example, sou estudante. I'm a student. Sou estudante de português. Sou estudante de português. Sou estudante de português. If you want to say de português or whatever. Sou estudante. You could be a professor, or a female would say sou professora. Teacher. Doctor. Doutor. Doutora. And those things, okay? So it's just that's how that verb works. So there's so, você, he or she, Ellie, Ella, remember Ellie, he over there, Ella, she, also remember is just is, like it is, like, or remember we said isso é, I think we said that before, isso é bom, that is good, right? So é is extremely important, common, right? So isso é bom. É bom, é bom, é bom. Somos, we are. Vocês, y'all are. São, and eles são. And so yeah, from there you just go, sou estudante, você é estudante. Just mix and match for conversation again. So are you a student? Ask me, Tony, are you a student? Você é estudante? And I'll say, yeah, sure. Sou estudante. Sou estudante. Sou professor. Você é professor. Ele é professor. Somos estudantes. Right? You'd make that plural, of course, like students. Just add, somos estudantes and so on. So yeah, you just, you know what you got to do. So that's ser. Now, if we do what we do, which is past, present, future. There's the simple present, like there's so. And there's, I'm going to be você. And past is fui, but here's what I want to show you. There's a simple, and then there's a it's called imperfect tense, and that's era. I used to be. So we don't have to get too like hung up on grammatical terminology, right? Like, is the plusquamperfect aspect of like da da da. Like you can easily speak a language without needing to know every word for everything. But it's called imperfect, and so if you get a book, and I rather strongly encourage that you do get the book, 501 Portuguese verbs, incredibly helpful book to have on hand or downloaded perhaps or wherever you like to read. But 501, it's called imperfect in there, and it's the I used to thing. So every verb has it actually. So even every like speaking and studying, like our go-to verbs, right? Like falar, you'd find I used to speak is like falava, and so on. But set that aside for a second. That'll be there waiting for you whenever you want to look at it there in your book or wherever. But just just wanted to bring this out now. So imperfect. Era, I used to be. All right, so like I used to be a student. Be like, oh, I used to be a student. Era estudante. Era professor. Era this. Era that. Okay, era. All right. So going along with that, if we bring it all the way down the line. So I am, so, você é, ele é, we are, somos, they are, são, or you all, whatever, you all, you plural, são, they, são, and so on, all right? Fui, você foi, fuimos, I believe. Foram. See, even I forget some of this stuff, but that's how it looks. So you'd go to that. I myself might have to go double check some, but I'm pretty sure that's right. So just like that. So anyways, yeah, I was this, I was that, I was this, I was that, or I used to be. Era, você era, ele era, nós éramos, eles eram, and eram, and so on and so forth. I won't waste time writing down every single thing, right? Because you can, like, vai ser, vamos ser, vamos, there, y'all are gonna be, they're gonna be, vamos there, and so on and so forth. Actually, that's pretty complete now. So it's imperfect, starts here. But again, this can be Googled. Okay, this can be looked up. You can easily find verb conjugation deals anywhere. I like the hard copy Portuguese verbs because I just like that I didn't have it in my hand and to leaf through the pages. But it's very easy and even free if you want to just Google, hey, what's the complete conjugation of a verb like ser? What's the past, the present, and the future, and so on and so forth. But yeah, just wanted to bring out to you that there's simple and this imperfect aspect, which just simply means I used to, right? Or you used to, or it used to, he or she or it used to, era. And anyway, that's how we came to é. So isso é. Bom, actually, to tell you the truth, there's not that much more to say about this right now, I don't think. I'd say out of all of the words on this page from this lesson, I would say é is the one that deserves to be like made like dark blue. You know what I mean? Like the one that should stand out. Because that's your big word for describing things, right? So that is good. Or remember we said, oh, Chicago is nice, or Brazil is beautiful. O Brasil é lindo. Chicago é uma cidade bonita. You are a nice person. Você é uma pessoa nice, amável, likable person, lovable person, So it's describing people, describing things. You're going to use ser, okay? So a contrast, again, and this will be the last one. This is actually a surprisingly short lesson on that. Estar, for your location, your mood, what you're doing. I'm at home. It's your state of being. It's your status, what you're doing, current mood. All right? Estou falando, estou estudando, estou this, estou that. Where are you? Onde você está? Right? And then ser is just describing things, describing people, and describing places, and things. So there's sometimes, this will be the final thought, sometimes there's a lot of to do about ser and estar. Also in Spanish, people ser and estar. It's like, there's like a big fuss about it, like, oh, it's so hard. Hopefully these last two lessons can just kind of ground it for you, in your mind and in your use of the two, I don't think there's that much. It's just the categories. It's like your state, where you are, your mood, and then describing things, okay? So I would come up, just come up with some sentence, practice writing, practice speaking, keep doing what we're doing, and see you next time. Até logo. Ciao.